Good morning. Good morning. You know, the most common complaint I have about recruitment over my 20 years of running a recruitment business is that candidates don't feel that it works for them. And their biggest complaint has been about feedback, about the fact that they go into a process and so often when they put forward a CV or they have gone for an interview or even when they get to the point where they might be being offered a job, they're not getting sufficient feedback. They're not hearing about whether or not they've been selected. They're not hearing the details that they need to actually make decisions or to know what it is that's let them down or to know why they've been rejected. This is universally this is true of so many recruitment processes that I have seen, what that I've witnessed. And the reason for it is because the recruitment process isn't set up to support the candidate. It's set up to support the internal hiring structure of the organization. And so often that does not really consider the needs, the wants, and the desires of the candidate. It's simply about their own internal process, controlling the recruitment of um, of the people that they need, but controlling it in such a way that they get to decide who they pay, how much they pay, and it is largely down to money. So they try and eliminate the external recruiter, and also they say it's about protecting the time of the hiring manager. But there's no joined up communication internally. And so therefore the process is broken. There's no real information flow. There's no communication path between the front end of the process, the hiring manager, and the back end, the recruitment process. But of course, this has been universally the case for so long. Good companies do it well. Most companies do it really badly. Um, so what's your experience been? How have you found it for yourself? Have you found that going into a recruitment process, it's been a straightforward process, that you've had the right level of communication, that you feel like you're being looked after, like you feel that people are actually interested in you? Or do you feel, like so many people, that you're just another number? And so often that other number is completely ignored. All the best they get is an email saying, no, there are other candidates better than you. So sorry, but no thanks at this time. And even as I say, when you've been into a hiring process, you've gone through an interview, even multiple interview stages, so often the feedback is so that we just went for the other candidate, or we didn't feel that you had what we needed at this time. No structure, no real content back to the feedback. So you can do something about this. You don't have to accept it. The process is set up and run by the company, and they're doing it for their own ends. Your career is for you, and you should be setting it up, as it were, for your own ends. Don't accept going through a hiring process with a recruitment team and accept that they are in control. This is your recruitment process. You be in control. There are two fundamental ways of doing it. One is to get on the phone, to pick up the phone to the hiring team, to ask them, and to complete, and to force them into the situation where they have to give you the information back. Um, of course, yeah, that's easier said than done often, because so often they try and avoid giving numbers. There's communication is by email, and you send an email in and it just gets ignored. And if that's the case, do you know what? Walk away. That's not a company you maybe want to work for. If they do not take you seriously, if they do not respect you, your time, and what you are putting into this process for them. The other way is go direct. So take out the recruitment process altogether. Nobody says that you have to follow what they want. Their company process might be that, but I can promise you that if you go directly to the hiring manager, if you give them a convincing reason why they should want to talk to you, they will make sure it happens. If they can see the value that you're bringing into their organization, they're not going to turn you away. Um, they are looking to hire the right person for their team. They're not looking to run the recruitment process for the hiring team. And so by going round the back, uh, bypassing the recruitment process altogether, setting up a direct line of communication with the hiring manager, you may find you have to slip back into their routine to some extent, but you're in far more control now. You've already got the ear of the hiring manager. He is the person, or she is the person that has wanted to speak to you, and he or she is not going to want to see you upset in the process in any way. And it is not normally the hiring manager that is to blame in all of this. They will give the feedback, but they're not asked. They will give the information that's needed, but they're not asked. They will say why they're rejecting a candidate profile, but they're not asked. They just follow a process. It's usually the communication process is done by either an internal email or even by just calendar invite. Um, and it's all sort of semi-automatic in the background. The hiring manager turns up to the interview, interviews a person. He's had the CV sent to him. There's no flow of communication, and that's the reason why it fails. So go around it, take control of it yourself, and you will find that it will work for you. So this is James Foster from Careers Matter. If you would like to know more about how to do this, come and talk to me. There'll be a link with this video later on today, and you can set up a meeting with me to have a chat, and I can talk to you about how you can take control of your own recruitment. Until the next time, which will be this coming Wednesday at around about the same time, around about 7:45. Oh, sorry, 7:45. This is James Foster, and I'll speak to you again.